Hi, how are you? This is Mel and Tiny. We're back here to do a video today on what's always on YouTube? The 5 reasons not to get a Corso. Well, I'm going to tell you 3. The 3 reasons why you shouldn't have a Corso. One is room. These dogs needs plenty of room. So if you don't have, a big backyard or, a decent sized home, I don't know if some of these guys are for you. But if you do, have the area and, especially a fenced in backyard or gates to where you can keep them safe. So, you can leave them out a little bit if it's cooler, but, you got to have the area or a good sized home. I mean, that's one of the biggest thing. Number 2, you need to have the time. If you have the time for one of these big guys, they're beautiful animals. Look how sweet he is. Look how he takes that, just like a child. He's a beautiful dog. I love the breed. I never had one until now. This is the first time I've ever had one. I usually had pretty much, in the lab category. And then when I first got him, I thought, wow, I wonder how big he's gonna get. And then like 6 months in, I was like, well, that's big enough. I'm good on the size, you know what I mean? But that's kind of how he got the name Tiny. And, I'd say he's about 120. He's 28 inches, to the top of his shoulders. So if that helps you at all too on, the size. And he's a really long guy. But, there's 2 things. You got to have the time to spend with these guys, and you got to have the room. But he's a gentle soul. And we absolutely enjoy having him around, and he's good with kids. But people always say why, or why, the 5 reasons why not. I think there's just a couple, and that's called time, and you got to have time with them, and you kind of have to, the third biggest reason is if it's your first dog and you've never had one before. There might be a huge learning curve. Not to say you can't handle him, but he's kind of you want to have some experience with animals, because these guys will try to dominate you. That's for sure. They're a little stubborn, but once they figure out what's what and who's who, like mom and dad and the kids, to play with them, they're good. Well, there's only one thing we had with our grandkids. There's only one thing is we had to teach them is when they're outside playing with them, don't run from them, or don't run away from him, because he is super fast, and just out of pure, excitement and having a good time, he will track you down and knock you over, a child. Even, when the kids are playing with them, that if they go to play, he can play a little rough. But if you keep him calm and and act like you're the dominant male or female, or the head of the household, they catch on to it, and they're great animals. So if you have the time and the space, and you can be the leader of the pack, this is probably the dog for you. I'd recommend one. So all those channels saying, why not to get them, and they're perfectly legit, but these are great. These are great dogs. So thank you again for tuning in. Hey, if you feel the vibe, please subscribe and share and like it. Like the post, like the vlog or video. I call it video, vlog, I guess nowadays. But I'd appreciate it. This is Mel and Tiny. We're out of Vegas. You have a great day. Bye-bye.